Hey everyone, Brian Freeman here. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Today we're actually going to be talking about record of survey. I'm going to share my screen with you and I want to show you what a record of survey is. And I want to actually show you how you can read it and how to determine what's on it. So if you remember what we were talking about maybe a few weeks ago, we have a parcel of land that's in escrow right now. We use this record of survey to actually locate property corners. We were out on the lot, we were shooting a video and we actually showed you how to do that. So I'm going to actually show you the exact record of survey that we used whenever we were marking this property corner so you can see what we were looking at and get a little better idea of how you can look at one of these and how you can use them. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. We're going to take a look at this. 1 second here. I'm going to grab my highlighters so we can I can point here and show you a little bit better. So, okay, so we're looking at this record of survey. I'm going to blow this up so you can actually see it better as we go through, but I just wanted to get you an overview of what's here. So if you look, I'm going to turn this actually to the side so you can see, rotate this. So at the top here, you can see this document was actually recorded. This is the year 2018. Okay, so 2018 it was recorded. This is the actual time it's recorded with the Canyon County Recorder. So this is a recorded document. Okay, this says not official. See original records in the office. You'll see that this was provided to us by the actual title company. So that's why this is on here. And this red arrow is actually showing this is just a subject property that they're talking about in this particular report that we're seeing here now. So, okay, so let me get this back so we can actually see it in a horizontal mode so you can see it here. Okay, so at the top, look at this, it says record of survey. Okay, this is what it is. This is the legal of where this is at. So a portion of the southeast quarter, northwest quarter of section 18, township 5, north range, second west, Boise, Meridian, Canyon County, Idaho. Okay, so this is the legal here. Okay, so what you're going to see here, this is the orientation. This is north. It's always pointing to the north when you see these maps like this. So when we were looking at this last few weeks ago, we were talking about the legend of where it's telling what is here. This is the legend here. This is the actual scale. I'm going to blow this up just a little bit more so you can see this even better. So this is a scale of what this is. So 1 to 50 scale, engineer scale that's on here. So every 1 inch is going to equal 50 feet. So that's what you're seeing here. So, okay. So then this legend tells you here that you are looking at that there's this particular mark here is a 5/8 rebar that was found. This one here is a 1/2 inch rebar found. And then this one is 1/2 inch by 24 inch rebar set. So this would be if the surveyor actually set this pin here or property monument. This would be what this mark would look like here. So it also goes in to tell you the property boundary lines, what they look like. So they got some dashes in them. There's a section line. You can see here, it's a lighter dash. And then you also have a fence line. You can actually kind of see the posts that are right here. So it's a little bit harder to see. It's a little small, but if we zoom in a little closer, you can see that there. So that's what that is. Okay. So that's your legend that you're looking at when you're referencing a record survey. You're also going to see here, there's a certification. This is the actual surveyor that did this work. So this is the individual, not necessarily the company. So this Thomas J. Wellard was actually working for Skinner Land Survey. You can see that here. So, and then but he's actually surveyed by TJW, which is the Thomas Wellard. So you can see that here is that is the reference on who the actual surveyor is. So if you look over here on the surveyor's narrative, you'll say this survey was performed at a request of Jessica Skinner, which is in the heart of Skinner Survey on behalf of Montana. But the actual person that did the survey is Thomas Wellard. So you see his stamp here, and that's how you reference that there. Okay. So, and this is who ordered the survey, which is the Montana. Okay, so that is the legend. We look at the actual scale that's here. You're going to see reference surveys. You're going to see that over here. So these are previous surveys that have been done and recorded. This instrument number is actually referencing a document that was recorded, which would be this record survey would have an instrument number as well. So I'm going to show you that here in a second. So going over to the surveyor's narrative. So this surveyor's narrative, this explains what the surveyor did and why they recorded this record or survey. Okay, so let's read this here, and then we'll actually look into what these corners are here and how they're referencing back to the legend that you can see in this surveyor's narrative. So surveyor's narrative says this survey was performed at the request of Jessica Skinner on behalf of Montana to locate the corners of parcel 4 as shown on record of survey instrument number 198-900-3714. You can see that here. That is referenced back. And let me see right over here. Here it is. It's on the second line, 198-003714. That's a previous survey, that record of survey that was recorded. Okay. So that's what they're referencing to. The parcel is described in warranty deed instrument number 2006-49826. So that's representing the deed that this parcel that for this particular parcel. So you see that, and this also says reference deed here, instrument number 2006-49826. So at the top. So we're referencing that deed, and is in Canyon County, parcel number R37402. So that's this parcel here that we're looking at. So parcel 37402. While performing the retracement survey, it was discovered that the two westernmost corners, which are these corners right here that we're looking at, two westernmost corners had been moved to apparently more closely match the fence line. The monuments had been disturbed with the caps damaged or missing and clearly out of position, while the other found monuments remain in good condition. For the age, remain in good condition for the age. I am filing this survey to show the position of the disturbed monuments and the fence line, along with the monuments I set to match all the record data. So what he's doing is he's actually saying that he went out here to do a retracement to make sure that these were, to mark these corners again, and the record of survey that's previously recorded that these two corners did not match those locations and they had been moved. So he's referencing that down here. So he had to reset these, and that's why he recorded this record of survey, because they weren't in the exact location where they were at. So he's saying that the pins are in, the monuments are in decent condition, but they needed to move. So I'm going to zoom in on this even closer so you can see this. So if we get in here, this right here is it. This is the found 1/2-inch rebar. That's what this circle is. That's got the lighter colored line on the backside. These black dots are the pins that he set. So we'll move over here, and we're going to look at the legend so you can see that again of what that is referencing back to. So grab this. So the legend is here. So this thinner line on this circle is a 1/2-inch rebar found. This is 1/2-inch rebar by 20 or 1/2-inch by 24-inch rebar set. So that's what you're seeing over here. So that's how we're representing. And remember, this fence, this property boundary line has this, it's kind of a dashed mark, and then the fence line has the dots over here. So we're going to run back over here and we'll look at this again. Okay, so we're back over here. We're looking at this now, and you can see that this is the set one. This is the one that he found. And then you can see here, he actually gives you a dimension of 1.68 feet. So there's a difference of 1.68 feet. So you can see that the actual fence here too, this is important to look at. You see, these are the dots right here that are running this direction. So it kind of crosses here. These dots are the fence line. This, where he set this pin, is 1.68 feet on the other side of the fence. So our property runs 1.68 feet onto the neighbors on the other side of the neighbor's fence. So this is what we would call an encroachment. So the fence is encroaching on our property. So this is really good to know. So you can make sure that you can address this prior to closing escrow. If you're buying a house or buying land, whatever, it doesn't matter. But this right here is 1.68 feet on the other side of the neighbor's property. So meaning his fence is on our property. And then we got this other one here. So this was removed. But this is a new one here. Okay. So now you can see here, this is the property line, right? So you can see this the dashed line going down. So this fence does not run along that line. So what it's doing is it's cutting, it's actually on the other side up here. So this difference here is 2.78 feet. So meaning that the fence is over here. This is the found corner that was here. The fence isn't even in the right spot, but this is the actual found 1/2-inch rebar. This is the one that was set here. So it's off 2.78 feet. So the fence can actually move over onto our over his property, from his property, move over an extra 2.78 feet. So it's a straight line, and it's actually on the property line. So this is something you could check with the neighbor on. You go, hey, just wanted to check and see if you're aware of this, and see if you can get this fence adjusted, and either prior to actually closing escrow, or to agree to have it done after the fact. So this is important information. So the other thing you can see on these is you can also get the dimensions, right? So this one here, this is 128.65 feet from this monument here up to this monument here. So we actually took a tape measure, and we actually measured from here up to here, and we were able to get this dimension once we found this corner down here with a puddle detector, and then pull it up to there. So we were able to get that. and then pull it. And then we used metal detector, located that one, and then we were good. So they're a little bit, they were buried under the ground, so we were able to find them pretty easy. So you can see all the dimensions. So from this pin over here to this pin, and this is 380 feet, and 659 on the front line here. So you can see that. So this is this is a 1/2 inch found pin. So this one was already, it was fine. He did not have to reset this pin. Same thing here. Did not have to reset it, found it. It was good to go. Same thing here, 1/2 inch found, didn't have to reset. So, and you have these here. So this is the actual section line. You can see this here, and that's referenced over there. Those dotted lines like that are for the section line. So zooming out here again, so you just want to make sure you read the surveyor's narrative to understand what happened in that record survey, why it was actually recorded. Here's your legend. Make sure you look at the scale, it'll give you an idea, and you can take a look at the actual amounts, the distances here, where everything's at as far as the dimensions from corner to corner. And if you want, like we talked before, you just find if you can locate one of these things and you can get a metal detector on here, find one of them. If they've already been pinned like this, it's a good possibility you can pull some dimensions and you can locate these things on your own. We highly recommend getting these located by the seller to pay for a licensed surveyor to mark these things in the agreement whenever you're purchasing a house. It's on any size land, even a subdivision lot. You can have encroachments on your fences and whatnot, but it's a lot more common when you get out on some of these bigger pieces of property that are out. So it can be helpful to get this done like right in the very beginning of the process. So, all right. So I hope that helps you understanding how to do look at a record survey and how to read it and how it can benefit you. So, all right. Thanks a lot for your time today and have a wonderful rest of your day.